Hi folks, welcome back. How's it going? A wee interesting topic today. Something I'd like to talk about. Are we still haunted by the ghosts of what happened in the past, folks, in our lives? Does it hold us back? Can we not move on from it? Something that was major, be it something that happened in your childhood or something that happened in a workplace. Let's talk about that today, folks. We've all got things in our past that sometimes we just can't let go. We can't sort of get away from it, you know, and myself included. And it seems to affect you more or less your whole life to a certain degree. It's not every day, but it comes back, and it's sort of it's like a ghost that never goes away. When I was a young lad, folks, I used to remember when I was lying in my bed at night, I could hear my father screaming, you know, and it wasn't with pain or anything like that physically, and I thought he was just having nightmares, and which obviously he was, but it was brought on by something that happened in his past. My father was born in Poland, and when the war broke out, he lived on a farm, and I think there was around 12 members of his family, his brothers and sisters. Then they were all taken out one day by Ukrainian invaders and dragged out of the house, and every one of them was shot in the forest. My dad was one of the lucky ones. He got away, but it haunted him all his life, and to a degree it haunted me as well, as I can remember the screams. I can remember the fear. But folks, you've got to move on for it. Put it out your mind. Now whether it's been a bad accident you've had and it's left you maybe disabled, or you still have nightmares because somebody in the accident was killed but you managed to survive, or it could have been just pure bullying at school or bullying in the workplace. It could be bad neighbours. It can be all sorts of stuff, folks. But you know, you've got to take each day at a time. You've got to slow down, you've got to recalculate, you've got to go again. And sometimes it's very hard to do that. As I say, it can be something that can hold you back if you kind of let the ghosts for the past out your life. Well folks, I thought I'd come up this way today. It's nice and relaxing, you know, watching folk fishing at the fish farm. You know, just, you know, trying to forget things, and you know, if you can relax at all, then you do tend to forget about things, and that's what it's all about trying to let go of the past sometimes, because it haunts us all, even from an early age sometimes. You've got to move on, and sometimes it's very, very difficult to do that. But if you can move on, then your life changes for the better. and I just find that's the best policy sometimes, just to push things away, because no matter what you do, they're kind of always going to be there. But you've got to face it. You've got to move on for the past. So a grand view of the swans and the ducks this morning, folks. Really nice. I'm going to turn the bike round, and you know, nice scenery. It's nice. I mean, it takes your mind off of things. But it's just, are we haunted by ghosts of the past? Because some things can haunt you to the day you die. They never seem to go away, and I think that can be a bad thing, but it can also be good as well, because it can remind you how lucky you are to be in the position that you are at the moment. If you can go out and ride your bike, then, well, that is a good thing. You know, you're fit enough to go and do it, even if you're in your 60s, 70s or whatever. It's a blessing for God that you've survived this length of time. But, as I say, the journey on the way can be fraught by things that haunt you, things that always seem to creep up. And sometimes when you go to bed at night, that's kind of the worst time, because they seem to haunt you more then, you know. When you're lying in the darkness and you're no sleeping. I stopped the bike for a few seconds, folks, just to sort of recap. Out in the Starley again today. Now, basically, you know, the reasons sometimes that our ghosts come back is because the same bloody thing's happening all over again. You know, look what's happening in Gaza, look what's happening in Ukraine today. People are still getting dragged out their house. They're still getting taken outside or even murdered in their own house by an invader, bombed when they're just sort of sitting at their dinners and things like that. Young children who have no had any start in life. And when I see that, it brings back the memories to me, it brings back the ghosts for the past, you know. And you just wish to fuck it would all bloody end, you know, but it doesn't seem to end. It seems to just go on and on and on. Once a war starts, it never seems to stop, and if one finishes, another one goes and starts, folks. And you know, if you've not been involved in it, then maybe you've escaped, but if you have been involved in it through family members or personal sort of involvement, then it's very hard to escape those ghosts for the past, folks. So how do we go about doing it? It's just, I think, one step at a time. You've got to get up in the morning with a different attitude, try to put it out of your mind, try to get on with your life, try not to get involved with things that are around you, but focus on your own health, focus on your own fitness, and just try to survive. Folks, sometimes you've just got to get things off your chest, and I think that's what's been on my mind this week, getting back to a sort of normal routine. And you know, and listening to the news, I saw a doctor talking about starting her shift in Gaza, and as soon as she started her shift, a wee girl at 7 came in with half her face blown off, another other sister with her arms blown off, and her mother with her shoulders blown off and probably unlikely to survive. And I thought, God, it's happening and happening again and again, and we can't get through to the leaders of these countries to stop these stupid, horrible, murderous acts. And let people live in peace. They're no causing any trouble, majority of the people. They just want to go on with their daily lives. And I think we all do to a certain extent, folks. We just want to go on with our daily lives. So for all the bullies out there, and all the people who try to make life hard for everybody else, it's time for you to bloody stop it. Get a grip. It's basically all I want to say today, folks. So thanks for listening, and if you liked the wee video, can you perhaps maybe like and subscribe to my channel today? Be most appreciated. And we'll see you hopefully in the next video. You take care now. Bye bye for now.